Hello everybody. Martin and the team at CartNG, thank you very much for the opportunity to present this slide deck. I'm looking forward to participating in the panel discussion on how to support open source applications in the humanitarian sector. So I'm the project team leader for the Global Healthsites mapping project. We're working to establish an accurate baseline of health facility data globally. The way we're doing that is by establishing a data life cycle with OpenStreetMap. We believe that this is the best way to support Ministries of Health in underserved parts of the world to maintain their master facility list. Our primary user stories or use cases include support for disease outbreak events, vaccination rollout campaigns, and we're focused specifically on Sustainable Development Goal 3.8. We are working to improve our connection with the crowd and users of OpenStreetMap to support our work and receive lists of open data from Ministries of Health and organizations in the field who have open data policies that allow them to share their data. So to focus the slide deck, I'm interested in understanding how we activate business models focused on sustainable development goals. How do we reach people in underserved parts of the world where their resource opportunity is low? How do we provide them with top-class maternity health care and other elements of Sustainable Development Goal 3.8? What are the incentives for citizens and social startup businesses to support Ministries of Health, NGOs and private companies with service delivery? The answers I have come up with focus in on including budget line items for social entrepreneurs within the Ministry of Health or organizations and private companies working to improve SDG 3.8. Deployment of social impact bonds is a strong sector and one that has been used in the last 10-20 years. Following the principles of digital development provides a solid groundwork for achieving sustainability, and the Digital Impact Alliance is a resource and organization that is playing a vital role in achieving the sustainability. If we look at the principles for digital development, building for sustainability is one of the key principles and easier said than done, particularly in the humanitarian sector. And this is what I'm looking forward to chatting with the panel and you on in a moment. So the big opportunity we've got is that we are living in a digital world, and we want to take advantage of that. This is a fantastic diagram by Steve Song showing African undersea cables and the connectivity, and this is the opportunity we've got to seize upon and make use of, and it gives us the opportunity to establish diagrams, context diagrams such as this one, because of the connectivity. So at the top of the diagram we have a mobile health user. This is my primary persona. She's a mom in a favela or a township, and she needs support for her maternity care. She has contact with primary healthcare specialists and healthcare organizations who understand her context very well. And what I'm interested in exploring is how to support her and the needs she has, and the activities that community healthcare specialists perform in support of her maternity care, how to support these activities. And I feel the answer comes, and where I'd like to explore more, is developers and infopreneurs who need to understand what these needs are and need to be incentivized to support them. And our governance team is the group that has to try and tweak the system to activate the business model and make use of the open data that is being shared by organizations. So to conclude then on this diagram, working with primary healthcare organizations to define the user stories, what are her needs, speaking to her directly to understand what she goes through on a day-to-day basis, whether it be getting an ID book for her child or taking the child to the clinic. And how do we monetize opportunities for social entrepreneurs to support her in these activities? So monetizing and providing incentives for citizens to support the Ministry of Health and including a budget line item in their process so that social entrepreneurs have an opportunity to support the Ministry of Health and spend part of their day using their phone to perform these activities. So as a digital producer, I'm always writing user stories, and our primary user story in this particular case is, as a single mom, I want to access healthcare location data so that I can look after the health of my family. So here we are, we're linking a user story to Sustainable Development Goal 3.8, access to healthcare. Now, monetizing the opportunity to support SDG 3.8 looks like, as a social entrepreneur, I want to access monetized opportunities to support the Ministry of Health so that I can earn a living. A hypothetical user story then for this lady is, as a single mom, I want to book a taxi so that I can get to the clinic and present my child for a checkup. The hypothetical user story for the taxi driver looks like, as a taxi driver, I want to take people to the clinic for checkups and earn a living. So, to conclude, I would like to explore and understand the needs of my persona and what her needs are in the form of maternity health care, and how can primary healthcare organizations help me define these user stories. And I feel we need to monetize these activities for social entrepreneurs so that we can engage them and they can support the Ministry of Health and organizations to perform these activities and improve health outcomes on the ground. Healthsites is focused in on improving health capacity data in West Africa, and we value the opportunity to chat to you and work to achieve this goal. Thank you very much.